Hello everyone, we've got another podcast for you this week. This week we're talking all things Our House, which is our new musical that we will be putting on in December, but we're already in pre-production for it, and so I brought 3 of the stars along with me today. Yep, you are the stars. So we've got Alfie.
Hello.
And we've got Tehya.
Hi.
And we've got Toby.
Hello.
Okay, so let's go right back to the start. Tell us a bit about Our House. What is it all about? What people can expect?
Well, it's the Madness musical, famous ska band Madness, and they helped write it. So it's a bit of a jukebox musical. It's got all their songs in it. 1 or 2 made especially for the musical, but the majority you would have heard before on the radio, most likely. And it's just a love story. And it's set in 2 different parallel universes. And it is the story of one night, if you did a good thing or if you did a bad thing, and how both those lives would lead you.
Brilliant, thank you. So, Tehya, if I said to you, obviously, Madness is a bit more my time, 70s, 80s, I remember them well. Is this going to appeal to a modern audience, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think anyone can enjoy their songs. They're just, hence why they've made a musical around it. You just sing along and dance to them, so.
Brilliant. So, let's get back in terms of our musical. From the start, what about, Alfie, how did you go about auditioning? How did you get the part?
Well, it was before summer, actually. Lisa told us about auditions, and we had to send in a video audition. We all had to do one song that was just a verse and a chorus we had to sing.
Yeah.
I sang It Must Be Love, actually, from the musical.
Me too. Yeah.
It was meant to be.
I didn't know that you did.
No, I didn't know, honestly. So it was all just a little bit of that sort of thing. And after we'd done that, we found out, we didn't even know what the musical was at that point. So it was really a little bit of a shock to some of us. Toby, I think, had guessed it already.
Yeah, I'd sort of cottoned it on quite a while when we were searching for fezzes in all the costume cupboards.
But yeah, it was a really nice process. And to finally get back to college in September and find out that I got one of the lead roles, I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Brilliant. So what is the role that you're playing?
I'm playing Joe Casey, who is just turned 16 at the start of the musical. And as Toby said, it's about the decision between right or wrong that Joe Casey makes. Okay, so Ted,
so you recorded a sort of video on your phone and sent in? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, just the simple video audition. Everyone who wanted to take part just filmed, like Alfie said, the verse and the chorus of a song that they felt represented them, and then, the casting just went from there.
And how long before you heard you had the part?
I actually submitted my audition quite late, just for the deadline. I messaged Lisa to see if it was still okay for me to do it. So I must have auditioned probably about a week before casting went up. So everyone else did it at the start of summer, and I did it as the show was starting.
Dicing with death.
I know.
Okay, and what part have you got?
I'm playing Sarah, Joe's girlfriend, who tries to kind of push him in the right direction, but yeah. She's constantly just disappointed throughout the play, though. She's an achiever, Sarah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Toby, what about your part? What are you playing?
My part, I am playing Joe Casey's father, who followed a similar track to Joe, where he committed the wrong decision in life and it set him on a bit of a downward spiral. But he passed away, and I'm sort of this spiritual overseer of Joe's life, and I narrate different points and I sing a few songs occasionally. But that's what I mainly am. I'm mainly just a silent guide to him, like watching over and then explaining some things to the audience. Yeah. Bit narratory.
Great. So you mentioned It Must Be Love. What other songs? Give me a few other songs that are going to be in the musical.
Our House, House of Fun.
We're doing Wings of a Dove
Wings
today.
of a Dove, Baggy Trousers, Grey Day.
I saw Wings of a Dove actually on it, because it's not one of Madness's most famous ones.
Yeah, really. It's off the third album. It's, which and also off the third album is Sun and the Rain, which is in Grey Day.
Oh, I love
Your
it.
song's like a motif through it.
My
isn't it?
my song was one of the ones, Simple Equation. It came out as a part of the... Oh, I won't remember the album. I know the picture of the album. It's all them in white under a tube. But that album came out alongside the musical coming out, and they had wrote my song especially for the musical, which was one of them, as they wrote... they did a few others. But that's what it is. They sort of put their hands in as a bit more orchestrating. They wrote a lot of the melodies and the sheet music.
Yeah.
They were very hands-on with it, Suggs and stuff.
Brilliant. Okay, so you say you've got the parts. We've started rehearsing. How's that going?
I'd say it's going really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my experience, it is anyway.
Yeah.
I think when you look at the songs that we're getting through and the time we've had, we're making really good progress. So that's really nice to see already. Some of them have been a bit more challenging than others, but it's all fun nonetheless.
Yeah, usually what you get with a jukebox musical is if the group that you're doing it with, they don't know the artist, then you're absolutely so down the river. You're really struggling because then no one can get with it. But everybody knows Madness. They're like a household name. All the music's brilliant. They're all tunes. So everyone's really just gotten straight into it and all enjoying it.
Yeah.
Good. And the production goes on in December. It seems a long way away, but obviously it's not. There's a lot more rehearsing to do. We've got dancers, we've got band working on it. We'll be getting a set in, lighting, everything else. So we'll catch up with you a bit nearer the time. It'll be really good and make sure it's all going okay. So if you had to say one favourite song from the musical, what would we have? To start with you,
I'd say
Alfie.
at the moment it changes almost every day. And I have all of them running around my head constantly. It's madness, if you would say. Pun definitely intended. But I'd say It Must Be Love is my favourite Madness song of all time.
Yeah. I love Baggy Trousers. I think that's been the most fun to do in rehearsal, but my favourite to sing so far has been Sun in the Rain.
Yeah, I think the best song that's in there, I think, is Sun in the Rain. But I think my favourite one to do is probably Our House. It's just nice. Everyone getting along with it. Nice and the same lyrics over and over.
Yeah.
Everyone bouncing around.
in terms of your courses, are you all drama students?
I am, and Toby is, but
Yes.
you do music.
I'm not. I do mostly music, yeah.
And do you think this is going to really help you in terms of your further career, that you extra shows?
100%, because our shows are ran the most like an actual show out on stage, out on theatre, and I think it gives you that perfect preparation for if you do pursue that career in the arts.
And have you been in shows here before?
I've been in last year's musical in National Theatre.
What was last year's musical?
Last year's musical was Little Shop of Horrors, and I was Audrey 2, the best musical of all time.
And it went down really well, and hopefully this is going to go down as well as that, without a doubt.
Even better, hopefully.
Even better. We better say that, even better.
Even better.
Even better. Right, thanks very much for coming in. We hopefully will catch up with you a bit nearer the time of the musical. You will be able to get tickets soon, and we'll let everyone know when you can get tickets. Come along, it's going to be rip-roaring night, lots of madness tunes, great dancing, great singing, and a great time just for Christmas for everyone. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll speak again.
See you soon.
Thank you.